What's up, degenerates? Mad Merrigan here for Cold Bear Sports. Right, quick look back at today. We still have a selection to come. Yarmouth, a bit later, ridden by Safi Osborne. What a time of it she's having, proven good value for her claim, and yeah, getting lots of winners. Right, let's hope maybe she can get us one more here at Cold Bear Sports this evening. Quick look back, another selection of ours, a non-runner in New Toxler. One a little disappointing, Wally Yak. There was only one winner in that race. Very impressive, the stout filly. But let's touch on Golden Apollo. Nice to tip him up last night at 8-1. Really thought he was a great bet. He goes off favourite. And unlucky, we just get bet. So, but look, a little bit of each way profit. I thought maybe he chose to go stay on the inside. The winner came outside. Probably on soft ground. It's probably best to come wide. But anyway, look, we're just bet, but still we'll take it. It's a bit of a profit. Anyway, so let's hope Yarmouth can get it done for us a bit later. Right, tomorrow, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 selections for you tomorrow. So yeah, before I get into that, I seen Joe was saying on the channel we have the preview of the Newmarket July Cup meeting tomorrow evening, so don't miss that. He said we have a special guest. He's not telling lies. We have a special guest coming for you, a jockey that is going to be riding at the meeting as well. So has a few rides there Thursday, I see, and possibly might be there a little bit further over the weekend. So don't miss out on that. Tune in tomorrow, and yeah, we'll preview and try and steer you in the direction of some nice winners, or touch on a couple of the horses that are running. But we'll definitely try and cover as much of it as we can for you. So yeah, don't miss that. Tomorrow evening, we'll have that up hopefully before 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. It'll be up when it's up anyway, but once we have it all done, it will be up. Right, so let's move on to tomorrow. Let's start with the earliest. The 3:30, Let Me Be. Right, this is a nice stayer. Gale Force 10. Interesting enough tomorrow. I'm going to give it another chance. I think forget about Musselburgh the last day. This horse is a real stayer. Doesn't mind cutting the ground if there's any rain about up there. I think the last day we'll just forget about it. They went very steady, and then a horse kicked around or he's outside. And then it was kind of weird, and it battled on the whole way to the line, just didn't get there. I think more of a test tomorrow. Hopefully there'll be a bit more pace in the race tomorrow. Truer run race. I think the last day it was too slow from the beginning. If this horse had went a much quicker gallop the last day, it probably would have won. But anyway, that is it. It looks a horse still on the up. Mind you, I wouldn't mind it going back over hurdles. I think it has 3 runs over hurdles. So I'd say when it does go over hurdles in a handicap, it'll be collecting a good few, 1 or 2, I'd say. Right, let's just leave that there. I think it's around 15-8. So a point win, Let Me Be. Chained by the Doug Leash camp. So right. Then let's stick with Catterick for a minute. There's a horse running here tomorrow, Lofty. He's got a good draw on 3. He absolutely doesn't want to be a racehorse anymore. Watched him the last day in Newcastle. Very well handicapped. Has no interest in winning a race, I'd say. But I'm going to give him one more chance tomorrow. Probably would have liked to see a bit of headgear on him, because he is so well handicapped. I think if he got a toe in, he's well drawn to sit handy. So if he gets a toe into the race, I just think I can't ignore him on the back of watching him the last day. He was there. He didn't look like he wanted to go through his run. But I'll just give him one more chance, because he's 6-1, because he's very well handicapped if he did spark, and he's got a nice draw. So maybe he can just track the pace into the straight. So definitely we'll give him one last chance. 6-1 Lofty, a point each way in the 5-10 at Catterick. And then we'll go with the 4:35 Holbache. Is it Holbache? I thought this ran really well the last day, behind a horse that was just touched off in Windsor last night, Tiger something or whatever he was. He was just chinned again last night, and he looked the winner the whole way. I think in the context of this race, I think Molly Phillips getting the 7 off Holbache here. I think this could probably get it done tomorrow. 4:35. There is an interesting enough unexposed Shadwell horse, but I don't know. This horse might be a bit more streetwise for somewhere like Bath, and just had a solid run the last day. So a 3-1 is definitely worth the point win. Holbache, Molly Phillips, word about her, riding brilliant, getting a nice time of it with Tony Carroll and doing well. Then the 6:35 in Bat, French Conquest. Look, it's a bit of a punt with this one. It's 10-1, but I think we haven't seen the best of it. Exceed and excel, so a point each way, 10-1. Kieran Schumacher. It's bred to be better than it's shown, and I'm prepared to give a 10-1. I definitely want to give it a chance because it did stay on, so you know it's got something to give. So let's hope it can step up tomorrow. And yeah, the 155 then in Yarmouth. Sorry, how did I skip this one? Right, this is Golden Love. So this is interesting enough. It's very, very well bred filly. She's off a mark of 50. And ran okay the last day. I think it was Brighton. Was it Brighton or Bath? It was Brighton, let's say. She ran okay the last day. She didn't, I won't say she didn't handle the track, but she was a little bit slow away. She carried her head a little high, and I wouldn't say she loved the track. So I think at Yarmouth tomorrow, she's going to be seen to better effect. And I think off a mark of 50, this is the one filly in the race that is unexposed and can step up. Carried her head a little high, but I don't know. I think off a mark of 50, she should be winning. And I think the rest of them in the Ed Dunlop filly and all them, they're decent in that kind of grade, but they never scale too far past it. You'd be thinking this filly could end up better than a mark of 50. So let's hope she shows it tomorrow. And Golden Love gets it done. Right, the 155 at Yarmouth. Right, I know Joe Value was saying about the prices. Yeah, sometimes they're swapping and changing the minute we tip up horses. I remember I tipped up a horse there in Nottingham a couple of weeks ago on a handicap at 12-1, and 2 minutes later the horse is fucking 13-2. So look, I know Joe was worried about their cutting these horses. I went through the Patreon there. I think Paddy Power fucking signed up to the gold there. So I don't know, I want to check the email because it just says on the email big greedy firm. So I thought it must have been Paddy Power, one of them. Anyway, tune in, lads. If the Patreon is for ye, I have a selection tomorrow for that. I'll be putting it up in the morning in Yarmouth as well. So really, really interesting. And I have given an anti-post selection for Friday all week. That tip has been up, and I fancy a horse Thursday in Newmarket. And I really like this horse. So I'll be putting him up on the Patreon Thursday. We'll leave it there. We won't say no more. Anyway, thanks for all the support. Tune in tomorrow. Myself, Mickey D, Joe Value, and we have Martin Harley, multiple Group 1 winning jockey and classic winning jockey, joining us on the show tomorrow. Going to talk us through the July Cup meeting. Right, the time for Cotton is over.